On November 22nd, 1987, something strange happened on two Chicago television stations. The broadcasts were hijacked by a person wearing a Max Headroom mask, and the hijacker made bizarre and cryptic statements before disappearing. The incident became known as the Max Headroom Incident, and it remains a mystery to this day.
Dumps it up the middle, wide open McKinnon, cutting left to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown!
McMahon and McKinnon, 14-0 Bears. Then the defense, which hadn't put up a sack in 12 quarters, finally did.
Max Headroom was a fictional character from a British television series that aired in the 1980s. He was known for his stuttering, glitchy speech, and computer-generated background.
J-K-L-M is for Max. That's me. N-O-P-Q-R-S-T is for Tommy. U-V-W-X-Y-Z. So that's the alphabet, kids.
But on that fateful night in 1987, Max Headroom became more than just a character. He became a symbol of something much more sinister. The hijacking started during a sports broadcast on WGN-TV. Suddenly, the screen went black and the Max Headroom mask appeared. The hijacker began making strange noises and uttering nonsensical phrases. After a few moments, the signal was cut, and the sports broadcast resumed.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. Actually, the computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top of the Bears and tell you once again.
Later that same night, during a showing of an episode of Doctor Who on WTTW, the hijacker struck again. This time, the broadcast was interrupted for several minutes as the hijacker made bizarre and cryptic statements. The hijacker even bent over and spanked himself with a fly swatter, all while wearing the Max Headroom mask. The FBI launched an investigation into the Max Headroom incident, but they were never able to identify the hijacker. The case remains unsolved to this day.
The incidents are now under investigation by the FCC and the FBI.
But the odds, I'd say, if a guy continues to involve himself, either sporadically or continuously, it's very great that we will determine who it is.
All early evidence points to someone with a broadcasting background.
Someone who really knows the business and microwave in general.
And while it may have been a stunt, it is not treated as a joke. Chicago's video pirate could face a jail sentence and fines for his freelance exercise in public access.
Fortunately, it was a self-destruct mechanism. It was beyond our control. We now have already implemented steps whereby we could take something like that off the air immediately if it were to occur again. It did, of its own volition, go off the air, as I say, after about a minute and a half.
Well, some thought it was a lot of fun. So what did you think about the whole thing?
Very, very funny.
It is serious, and that we will take every step that we can to find out who is doing it. And once we have determined that, we will make sure that the full extent of the law is carried out.
Over the years, there have been many theories about who was behind the Max Headroom incident. Some people believe it was a prank pulled by college students, while others think it may have been a disgruntled former employee of the television stations. There are even theories that it may have been an act of political protest or an attempt to expose weaknesses in the broadcast system's security. Whatever the hijackers' motives were, the Max Headroom incident remains one of the most infamous cases of broadcast signal intrusion in history. It has become a cult phenomenon among fans of strange and mysterious events, and the mystery of the hijacker's identity continues to intrigue and puzzle people to this day. So what do you think? Who was behind the Max Headroom incident? Was it a prank, an act of protest, or something else entirely? We may never know for sure, but one thing is certain: the Max Headroom incident will always be fascinating and a disturbing chapter in the history of broadcast. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos about strange and mysterious events.